What's going on, Sagittarius? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having an amazing week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, your shares, your donations. Your support really does warm my heart, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this monthly spread this week is going to be self-growth and all the ways that you can embody the best version of yourself, Sagittarius. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems are feeling awesome. Just good vibrations all around here, Sag. Now, with this spread, I'm going to be pulling 10 cards and be doing clarification as need be. And of course, a good old surprise card at the end, so don't you worry. And in case y'all were curious, I'm using the Astro Matrix Tarot deck. And I've included a link for this one, excuse me, and other decks that I like using down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested, Sag. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here, which is going to represent the past and what you've been up to until now. So, higher self, what is it that Sagittarius has been up to in the past? Let's see what's been going down with you, Sagittarius. Yeah, okay. Nice. Look at you. Efficient. You got the Eight of Pentacles here. And I feel like with this, the Eight of Pentacles is about, maybe kind of either we've been kind of like working on this, either this like this self-growth thing has been something, we've been kind of working on for a while now. We're really kind of we've been trying to figure out ways that we can refine ourselves. Maybe we've been working and getting ourselves situated in business. Now we're working on our health now, and then we're going to switch up like, doing some home improvements, whatever that is. Eight of Pentacles is about that refinement, really kind of really developing, and honing whatever skill or that you're trying to enhance here. So if that's the case, dopeness. And if not, if we've been kind of maybe been feeling kind of stuck in a rut, or maybe not been feeling motivated to do something, we're in the new year now, depending on when you're, when this is out, this should be in the new year. So we're in it now, Sagittarius. So take this time, let the freshness of this year kind of motivate you a little bit. Maybe get you back on track. And keep in mind too, your ruler's in Aries right now, Jupiter. So let that be kind of like an extra kind of push. See if you can kind of tap into that energy and kind of get that lust for life. That carpe diem back in your realm there. But let's see. This is past stuff here. Let's see where this has gotten you, Sagittarius. So the second card is going to represent your present self. So higher self, where is Sagittarius at currently on their journey here? They've been working on refining themselves. Let's see where that's gotten you, Sagittarius. Look at you. You got the Fool here. I see someone came prepared. I dig it. And you know what? So I think we pretty much discussed all this thing here, but I love it. So the Fool. Let's talk about the Fool for a second. The Fool is just that. When I was talking about that carpe diem, whatever that thing that motivates you, that invigorates you. When you wake up, you're just like, yes, let's go do this thing. And then I want to be the best possible version of myself at this thing. It's the Fool's energy is just so exciting. It really kind of embodies this energy of the year. Every time the new year comes around. This is and in this deck, the card's represented by Uranus, which at this time we're still in Capricorn right now, but towards the end of this month it'll shift over into Aquarius, and this is one of Aquarius's rulers. Say that 10 times fast. But but it's about like ushering in that that kind of new age, that new ways of thinking. Use this Capricorn energy to kind of persevere through this thing, maybe get some momentum, and then when you get ready to really kind of go and execute, it'll be, I hope that makes sense. I just feel like that currently and I hope we're in a place of just like, just inspiration again. So very nice. I like that. Got so caught up in your energy there. I was just about to jump in there. But let's get to your third card, which is going to represent your higher self and what ways you can get there. Give me one sec. Oh, okay. So, higher self. How can Sagittarius get to their higher selves at this time? Let's see. I mean, other than with this just this awesome Fool's energy here. Okay. You got the Three of Swords in reverse here. And you know what? I like that. You know, I feel like the ways that you can kind of, because maybe we've been having troubles, you know, going, excuse me, maybe we've been going through kind of like a difficult time here. You know, take it as it resonates. You know, maybe this past year hasn't been so great to you. Maybe there's been some newer stuff coming up in this year. You know, I'm not sure what your circumstances are looking like, but I feel like with the Three of Swords in reverse popping up here, it's about letting go of any sort of like old wounds that maybe kind of keep maybe bringing you down here. And not even to say like, necessarily like ignore them. It's just like, you know, deal with this thing, you know, figure it out. If there's something that's really kind of keeping you down here, you know, address that. Let's start to try to let's do some healing here, because it's going to be hard to keep us, to sustain this Fool's energy here when we're working with Three of Swords energy, because this is pretty heavy energy here. You know, it's a card of melancholy, sorrow, just very kind of very somber energy. So I definitely feel like, you know, if we're gonna want to, or if we're trying to you know, kind of level up here, Sagittarius, so we're going to have to, you know, figure out what this thing is, and then take the wisdom from this situation here, because this doesn't just happen to you just to happen to you. This happened to you to help, you know, to help you grow in this thing, you know, and it, again, it doesn't take away from how we feel about this stuff here, because I get how, you know, this can be, you know, very, Three of Swords is tough, but you're more than this, you know, than your feelings in this thing, Sagittarius. So just give it some time, give it the time that you need, but let this be your motivator here. You know, we're trying to keep that, we got things that we want to get done here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go get some things done here. Let's get to your fourth card here, which is going to represent your challenge, and see what maybe we can dig a little bit more into this energy here. So higher self. What are some challenges that's preventing Sagittarius from getting to the higher self? Let's see if we can get a little bit more maybe into this Three of Swords energy here. Okay. You got the Six of Swords here, Sagittarius. And this is, you know, this is pretty much what I was talking about here. You know, you got this bright, expansive future here, this Fool's energy here. But if we're going to this bright future here, Three of Swords as a foundation is going to be a very, very heavy transition for you, and it's going to be, there may be some difficulties along the way here. Because I mean, check this out. I mean, you're trying to, you know, ferry yourself over to this new, exciting city over here, but you got swords all up in your boat, and you know, these swords, they serve their purpose. You know, you've gotten through this thing here. You know, it's about, you know, it really is about, you know, that letting go and really kind of relaxing in that thing. Like, this is the path that I'm taking now. There's no looking back. You know, there's only looking forward. It's okay to, because every now and again, you know, you may see something that kind of reminds you, but let that be a reminder that, wow, look at where I've come from this thing. You know, that this situation used to make me feel this, it used to almost sink my boat every step along the way, but now you're in the city, you know, your head's held up high, you're in this new year, new you, just all this just bossing up all over the place here. You know, there's just a potential really for some I really see some good growth here, you know, and I really feel like there could be even this like sense of relief, Sagittarius, if once you start trying to, once that healing really starts here, and you know you're in a safe space here. I would never tell you what to do, and however long this journey is going to be, I'm going to be there with you along the way, because I'm excited to see exactly where this is going to go. This is going to be this is going to be an expansive period for you there, Sagittarius. So settle in, you know, if we're for the good stuff, not just settle. It's not settle into the Three of Swords, you know what I mean. But just like, you know, settle into the idea of that things are going to improve. You're not just going to be in this thing forever, but we do need to start taking some steps. You know, you're only going to be as long in it as long as you want to be here. So let's get to your next card here. Moving along swimmingly. And the next card is going to be your environmental influences. So, higher self, what are some environmental influences that may be affecting Sagittarius at this time? Let's see, what are some outside things that may be messing around with you? Okay. You got the Ace of Swords in reverse here. And I feel like maybe our outside influences right now, you know, there may be a lot of confusion, you know, maybe just like a lack of clarity right now, you know, maybe with this, maybe embarking on this new thing, you know, whatever's got you in this Fool's energy here, you know, maybe this is like, you know, not necessarily that we're like starting fresh, but we're in just like maybe we're in just like a new mode of thinking, you know. Maybe we've been down for so long, you know, trying to build ourselves back up here, you know. It's like you know, it's like kind of like dusting off your Ace of Swords here. I'm sorry, I don't have a good analogy for this, but you know, but hopefully I'd like. Well, I don't know if that'll make sense with all this confusion, but I feel like, you know, whatever this is right now, you know, if you've been feeling this, maybe this kind of like this, you feel this Fool's energy here, but maybe we're not sure where to go with it, but we know we got to keep moving, you know. Maybe just like when you get a moment, just kind of sit down with this, because I feel like maybe we're having trouble kind of like interpreting the messages from like our higher selves, our ancestors, you know, God, Jesus, Buddha, you know, however take that how it resonates, Sagittarius. But you know what, let's get a little bit more on that. I think I want a little bit, because you know what, you got me your confusion has got me a little confused, Sagittarius. So let's get a little bit more on that. Higher self, can we clarify the Ace of Swords, please? Now let's see what this is about, Sagittarius. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Just an ace party. You got the Ace of Cups here. And so I feel like maybe, okay, so I feel like with this, you know, maybe I honestly feel like it's just like maybe we don't know where to channel this Fool's energy here right now. You know, we're getting all these messages that, you know, that it is time to move, but I feel like we're misinterpreting the messages, you know. Take that. I'm getting like a sense that maybe we need to kind of like hermit, you know, kind of really kind of sit with this thing for a second and kind of get like a game plan, because maybe coming out of this, you know, this Three of Swords, Six of Swords energy, you know, it might have been maybe a pretty intense situation here, and maybe it's something that's really kind of got you out of whack, and we're really trying to kind of like find ourselves again. And I say just first and foremost, you know, remind yourself that you're in a safe space, you know, like wherever you're at right now. You know, if this has got you really where it's like messing with your senses here, you know, you're just feeling kind of discombobulated, you know, maybe because this is kind of a lot here, Sag. So I feel like just when you get a second, you know, figure this out. You know, we don't want to make any kind of, because the thing with the Fool can be also, it's not just always like that burst of inspiration here. You know, we can make, you know, kind of like knee-jerk reactions. You know, this could be something where we're kind of like in that like fight or flight mode here, and you know, we're just like, you know what I mean. So you know, if we can get into depending on where you're at, see if we can find ourselves in like a kind of like a quiet space, so we can get our senses together here, because that's what the Ace of Cups is for me. You know, you got these 5 streams that are pouring out here. These are supposed to represent your senses here, and if your senses are feeling kind of out of whack here, you know, I say that with the swords being reversed here, you know, we need to get this where everything is kind of back in alignment here, so that we can, and I say trust your intuition. You know, this dove coming down here is supposed to be your sixth sense here, and if you don't feel like you're in a good environment or whatever that is, trust that, Sagittarius, and adjust, you know, adjust as your situation allows it, you know. And You know, definitely, you know, I'm not quite sure the severity of this thing, you know, how your situation is using. So, you know, use your good judgment there, Sagittarius. So but we definitely want to be in a calm kind of space with all this stuff here, because I feel like, you know, this could, if we're in a panic type of state or something like that, you know, that could lead to some tricky situations there. But let's go ahead and move to your 6th card here, which is going to be some personal issues. So, higher self, what are some personal issues that Sagittarius may be kind of facing at this time? Let's see, maybe some like fears, insecurities, maybe some anxieties that we might be working with at this time. Oh, wow. You remember when I said we might be time to hermit? Here it is. You got the hermit in reverse here. So yeah, whatever this thing is, you know, and again, as your situation allows it, it may be time to just kind of stop for a second, because maybe we're in this place of just like maybe things are just like happening really fast. You know, you're just got to make a bunch of decisions real quick. You know, I don't know what it's looking like, but I know what it looks like when the hermit pops up here, and it really is kind of like higher self just asking you to just like, hey, we need to sit down and figure this thing out. We need to get our Ace of Cups back on. You know, get our sword back up right here, because the thing with the Ace of Swords, it's a double-edged sword. You know, that if we don't realize, you know, what energies we're kind of working with here, you know, it can get us into some weird situations. So yeah, I feel like when you can, Sag, definitely kind of sit down and figure this thing out and figure out our next moves here. So let's get to your 7th card here, which is what you feel like you should do at this time. So, higher self, what does Sagittarius feel like they should do at this time? Let's see kind of like what our intuition's kind of telling us. Okay. You got the 4 of Pentacles in reverse here. And I feel like with this is kind of interesting. You know, I feel like, you know, maybe we're in this place of, I don't know if maybe we're feeling like maybe this is something that we thought we kind of had like a handle on, you know, possibly whatever the situation is. And I feel like maybe, you know, we thought we had the reins on this thing, but it's turning out that maybe it may, I don't want to say that it's you've bit off more than you can chew, but I feel like it might be, let's get a little bit more on that 4 of Pentacles there, Sag. Higher self, can we clarify the 4 of Pentacles? Yeah, because that's an interesting one there. I feel like there's, let's get a little bit more on that, Sagittarius. Okay. I'm not even going to show you. You got the 2 of Pentacles in reverse here. But with this popping up, you know, I feel like there's something's out of alignment here, Sag. You know, I feel like you're trying to get some sort of stability back, possibly, or you want to get this stability back, but maybe we're just not sure how. You know, that's ultimately what I'm getting with this combo here. You know, I'm not sure if this has to deal with maybe something with finances, because the Pentacles can deal with finances as well. So, you know, maybe some financial stuff is getting a little tricky here. You know, definitely take that as it resonates, you know. But I feel like, you know, that there's this sense of wanting to get things back in balance here, you know, to get things adjusted here, because I feel like, because I feel like, you know, once even being in it, you know, when we realize that things are off, it's like, you know, I'm gonna leave that there, you know. I feel like that there is. I imagine where this is on our radar, Sagittarius. You know, for those that this is resonating with you. So, you know, when you can take the steps for this thing, let's see if we can start taking some action towards this stuff. Let's get to your 8th card here, which is, you know, what you want to do with this energy at this time. Because really, you know, no one can tell you what to do at the end of the day. It's gonna be down to you, and you know, taking actions here. So, higher self, what is it that Sagittarius wants to do at this time? Let's see what we possibly want to be doing with this thing. Interesting. You got the 10 of Pentacles here. And so I feel like, you know what? And, you know, that's, if this Ten of Pentacles in this sense, you know, what you want to do, because this, with it coming up in reverse, you know, I feel like maybe we haven't been kind of like investing in a situation or investing in our stability. You know, before we talk about that, I feel like, you know, intuitively what I got with that first off was that we don't want to invest in this feeling like in this situation anymore, if that makes sense. You know, I feel like whatever this is, you know, for this Three of Swords, this thing we're trying to let go with the Six of Swords, and this thing that's got you thrown out of whack here, I feel like maybe we've been in this place for a while where it's just been like we felt like we never would get out. You know, we'd entertain of this. It's very kind of Eight of Swords type of energy, you know, where you kind of put yourself in a box here and like, this is just the reality here. And there's no possible way that we can break out of this thing. And I feel like maybe, you know, maybe for some we're at this place of where we're not investing in that type of mentality anymore. And honestly, because I was just thinking for as like from a stability standpoint, you know, I feel like it's, you know, I feel like we don't want to be in this place of instability anymore. You know, that's ultimately like really. And I say, if that's the case, you know, I feel like, you know, whatever this is, Sagittarius, you know, things are lining up. Your intuition's lining up with, you know, your what you want to do here. So I feel like it's time to take action. You know, really kind of sit down with this thing and figure out what is this. You know, what's really got you in this thing, and let's address it. Let's because maybe it's like maybe we need to establish some boundaries with some people. Maybe we need to, you know. Oh, you know what? What I will say, the only thing you need to do is take it as it resonates. So let's go ahead and get to your ninth card here, which is going to be some lessons from this thing. So, higher self, what are some lessons that Sagittarius can get from this thing? This has been a journey, Sagittarius, for sure. Let's see what lessons we can get from this. Okay, you got the Star card in reverse here. And I feel like the lesson for this thing, one, is that if we felt like, you know, that there's no hope, you know, that we were stuck in this thing, that this is it. Where there's a will, there's a way, Sag. It's if you set that tone, because words are powerful, thoughts are powerful. And if we set this tone that this is it, then that's exactly what it's going to be until you're ready to change that thing. You know, that's exactly what it's going to be. But another thing too, you know, I feel like with this, like when I was talking about your environmental influences here, I feel like, you know, if this has got you in a place where your senses are confused or something like that, again, you know, hermit, and let's get back to where we're trusting our instincts again, because I feel like there's some kind of disconnect here that's got us where I feel like we're operating on, we're in that you just like in a like. And when I say like in a panic state, I don't feel like you're in any kind of danger, Sag, you know. But I do feel like it's something that's just really kind of anxious, you know. That's the energy that I'm getting from this thing here. So, you know, just when we're going through this stuff, you know, however that looks, you know, try to get you in a place where you can kind of calm yourself, you know, so that we can be in this place where we're making more mindful decisions here, so that we don't dig ourselves into like a weird hole or anything. So let's get to your last card here, which is going to be some advice. So, higher self, what's some advice for Sagittarius? Let's see. Let's see what some advice is for you in this thing here. Nice. Your card here, Sagittarius, you got the King of Wands, and I feel like with this, you know, get a game plan with this thing, because with the King of Wands, he's an expert at this kind of stuff, at managing his energy. He's the type that's gonna map this thing out, figure this stuff here, you know, take this Fool's energy, take that Hermit energy, you know, get a game plan. We're not just going in blindly here. take that energy and then go get yourself out of this thing. You know, get to where you're embodying this energy here. You know, embodying your energy. Because if I didn't say, you know, this is your card, and if I didn't mention before, this isn't a gender specific reading. You are all kings in this scenario here. Look at you on your throne, your badass throne. You got these Komodo dragons and your lion here. Remember that. You know, let's switch back over here. I'm not sure where that got a little aggressive there, but I just want you to feel like, because there's a part of me here too that maybe we just like, and again, it's not that I don't feel like you're in danger, but I just don't feel like you're comfortable with where you're at right now, if that makes sense. You know, there's something here that just doesn't feel right, you know. And if we're in that place, if whatever's causing that dissonance, you know, kind of be with that thing. Figure out what that could possibly be, because maybe that's going to help you get over this Three of Swords energy here, so that we can start letting go here, because you got bright future that's coming on the horizon here, but we have to make way for that thing. You know, it's hard to clear a wall, you know, if we built it so high. You know, let's knock some of this stuff out of the way. Let's work with the energy instead of against it. So I'm gonna leave that there. I hopefully that made sense. But if you like this thing, give it a good old thumbs up. If you know someone who might be going through this thing, you know, Sag in their chart, or you know, just might resonate with this thing, you know, share this with people. You know, let's raise that vibration, Soul Tribe. Subscribe, hit that bell button. You'll get notified when I upload my videos each week. I'm all up on Facebook. And then lastly, if you have if you have Cancer in your placement, or maybe working with someone who is, you know, take that how it resonates. You know, come check out my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. Post Monday through Friday. We discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time, but all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise card here so I can get you out of here. You got the Ace of Pentacles, aces all over the place. And I feel like with this, they're with both these Ace of Swords and this Ace of Pentacles here, there is enlightenment, and there's abundance coming. You know, I feel like, and then on top of that, we already got a little fulfillment here. This was already up right here. So I feel like with this, if we want to make the most, because the aces are like your new beginnings, you know, this is like your seeds here. With all these aces here, figure this stuff out. You know, I feel like once we can we find the solution here, you know, whatever this is that's causing this. And then when we can start taking some action here, again, you know, really embodying that energy. Yeah, no, I need like 10 hands because I'm about to throw all the cards at you. Because that's what's coming for you, Sagittarius. This is the energy that's coming for you. You know, but it's about, and it's remembering that this you can embody this whenever you're ready. You know, the King of Wands energy, that is yours for the taking. You know, it's just whenever we're ready to take action, and you know, we can figure out these steps here, you have abundance. I feel like all these aces can be yours. All of them, you know, but we just gotta take that step there, and let this be a freebie here. You saw it, I saw it. Now let's go figure out what you're gonna do about it. And I'd love to see what happens with it. I want to see King of Wands all over the place. So I'll leave that there. Stay safe out there. Keep raising that vibration, and I will catch you on the next one later.